Hold on, I gotta call my mommy.
Yes.
Mommy. What?
Yes. I switched over to the videos right when you did that.
Yeah.
There's the opening, John. There's the opening.
Hello and welcome to the Central Nerdous System podcast, where everything is nerdy. So,
Yeah.
What's up?
Happy holidays, everybody. This is probably going to be our last podcast until Christmas happens, and I believe there's also probably going to be a Kwanzaa eventually. And all other good holiday stuff. So consider this our Christmas present to you.
And then all the dietitians come around from New Year's, and they're like, okay, time to feed you. Oh, good food, and go work out.
Eat some celery, damn it.
Yeah, and do some crunches, or why not?
Gross.
So this is our 10th podcast, so a milestone for us, am I right?
Number 10?
10 of these out there. Let's see who we got here. So I'm John. I'm joined here by Tyler.
Hey, how's it going?
Chico.
Hello.
And Derek, back for a second time.
Hey guys.
This is the first time here with a full crowd. Because last time we had you, it was only like the three of us.
Was it 3?
Yeah,
I
we
think
only
it
had
was
3. Yeah. That was a weird episode, so.
Yeah. Well,
but we're here.
So.
It's one of those
now, before we
misfit
start,
podcasts.
Before we start, everything we talk about today will have a link in the description, and if there's a topic that you just kind of want to skip to, just go right down to that description, and there will be a timetable where we mention all of our topics. So, just so you know. Is that why you're like, I want to hear about, ponies, but I don't want to wait through the entire video? Well, you're in luck, pal. You're gonna
I'll aboard the Pony Express. Yeah.
Sure. They're just like it just crackled as he talked.
Yeah.
Great. I concur.
All right, John. So what's our first topic tonight?
All right, so this one was a topic that came out of left field. I was not anticipating this at all. Minecraft is getting a story-based game that's being developed by Telltale.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Yeah. Just.
So this open-world sandbox game is getting a point-and-click style adventure with decisions and whatnot, which they claim will be like Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us.
What can go wrong?
Actually, I don't think it could go wrong, but I saw on Reddit the other day when this actually popped up, someone put a little GIF up of a guy knocking down a tree with his fist, and then as soon as it destroyed the block it set up in the top corner, tree will remember that. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. I don't know.
The way I feel about it, though, I feel like there's not a lot of story to work off of, if you think about it.
Based on the thing they put out, which is going to be in the description.
Yeah.
We'll see. They released the thing with a new game called Infoquest, which was a really short decision-based game that just was meant to say look out world, we're dropping this new game. They said that they're not planning on making it canon. It's not saying we're giving Steve an official story. This is just kind of a fun story. It's almost like a fan project in a sense. It's some fans were yeah, I like Minecraft, but I really wish Steve had a story as to why he's better.
Was this kickstarted at all, or is it just to start out of nowhere?
No, this was I believe it was a corporate decision.
It was a corporate decision. Okay.
Is the Mojang subdivision of Microsoft teaming up with Telltale and saying, yeah, we're going to do this.
Well, I think it's because now that Microsoft has, Minecraft and all that, I think they're able to do these kind of bigger things, to kind of branch out more and go and work with different companies to create different content. That's Minecraft isn't just a game anymore. It's a brand. It's a way of life. Well, no, it's a brand. So now
the block.
They didn't just buy the game; they bought the brand of Minecraft, which is spreading. It's spread like wildfire throughout everywhere. Now all kids play it. Everyone plays it. John, yes, you have an Enderman right there. I could get and there's a sheep right there, and
I don't have any. I feel left out.
just go grab like a pickaxe.
Oh God.
I don't have one.
Yeah, like a shovel anywhere, like a snow shovel.
No, actually, I don't.
That's good for winter biomes, Eric.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting comparison I saw made today. I was watching a IGN video about this. They were talking about how back when they were growing up, because they're like 30, 40, back when they were growing up, Mario was, the big thing. They had Super Mario Bros. And then it branched out to Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, all that good stuff that we know today. But they're saying that they hope that this project, along with, future projects, anything like that, turns Minecraft into almost what Mario was for that generation for this generation. To where Minecraft and Steve is like the big thing. I don't know. It's
well,
like
technically it's Steve, because there's a question mark at the end.
Yeah.
Steve?
That is an interesting comparison, though. I mean, the thing is that's the only problem. The only difference is that between Steve and Mario per se. I guess when Mario started, you didn't really have much to work off either. I mean, now that you think about it, I mean, he was just a little 8-bit guy, a plumber, where Steve is just a basic, plain Jane guy. I think if Minecraft really wants to develop a brand around Steve, they need to change him. Not a lot, just enough to give him more character. He doesn't have enough
grills.
I know the whole point of Minecraft. I know the whole point of mustache. But I know the whole point of Minecraft is to create your own character, and you make Steve what you want him to be. If they can actually revolve around that and make it into their brand like that, I think they could use that. But I would think it'd be really cool though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of what I liked about Steve was not knowing anything about him. Like, you start a game and you can make him anything you want. Like, any things they can't think of. Like, oh, this Steve, he's afraid of chickens. I'm gonna run away from chickens. Like, it's really up to your imagination, and I like that about some certain games like that. So giving them a story, it's just kind of ruins that part for it.
I think it's why I think Minecraft is probably the healthiest game that has come out in such a long time. For the fact that it's bringing back kids' imaginations that have been kind of stagnant the past couple. Like this past generation, it's like you like there's no hope. Like it's kind of like drifting in. It's drifting into like staring at a phone screen. Like that's what we were scared of, and their imaginations are getting like they're shrinking. And I feel like Minecraft's kind of like giving some life back into that, and that's why I think Minecraft just, as a brand in a game, is just good.
Because it's essentially reintroducing the building block. It's basically like that, like reintroducing Lego, reintroducing the building block.
Yes.
It's because look at the other games that kids are playing, like the games that sell the most, like Call of Duty, or the sports games. I mean, there really isn't much like player interaction in that, like. You can't really create too much. I mean, in Call of Duty you could maybe like change your tag or something.
It's more about destroy.
Yeah, it's more of a just like kill everything, top the leaderboards, KDA, and like just type like #69 and like say mean stuff about the other players' mothers.
Yeah.
Where Minecraft's more of a collaboration game, and it's more just using your brain. Yeah. The only thing. Oh, go ahead.
Just what are we going to build today?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is that this could be like a Minecraft jump the shark moment. Because in the actual base game itself, I don't think they've really hit that point where we're like, oh, they're running out of ideas. Because nowadays they're just adding the stuff that everyone's been saying, dude, why don't you have like multiple doors?
Yeah.
So, like, they're like, all right, we'll add multiple doors. Why not? YOLO. More money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with it.
I mean, it's a reputable company behind it.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, if they could take Homestar Runner and make it into a good game,
yeah,
they could make anything into a good game if they really put their heart and soul into it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for an overall, my overall point of the game, this idea for this game is the fact that it is hit or miss still. I mean, it's either gonna hit really well, or it's gonna be just kind of stupid. You know, you don't know. I mean, we have a good. I'm leaning more towards it might be really good and interesting, because it's behind Telltale. But if it wasn't behind Telltale, I would probably be very, very pessimistic about it.
Yeah. The only other thing I'm worried about is that I'm worried about where it's going to be marketed, because you know Telltale's games like Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead. They're pretty gritty, intense games. A lot of coarse language. I'm assuming because Minecraft does have a younger audience, they're probably going to aim for it to be maybe at least an E10.
Yeah.
Make it a teen game or anything, because they want to make sure they sell it to as many kids as possible.
As far as marketing and advertising go, I kind of want to point something interesting out.
Go right ahead.
It's amazing to me the fact that Minecraft has barely advertised on television.
I've never.
They've never done anything on television, and yet they're so popular in the kids. I mean, yes, kids nowadays
the
are
youngins.
The kid because of YouTube. The reason that's their main source of advertisement, because who plays at Minecraft? Every popular YouTuber out there that does gameplay. I mean, it's just what it is. That's why all the kids play it. But it's amazing. Like they must be, the money they're making off their game is ridiculous, because they don't have to pay for any advertisement at all. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of a shock. It's amazing to me the fact that they haven't been able to release more content than they have. I mean, especially with the money they've racked in and the staff they probably have now, and the fact that it's under Microsoft. You know, I mean, we talked about this in another podcast where, like, we were saying, because Minecraft, you know, when Microsoft bought Minecraft, we're like, well, does this mean that there's going to be, like, they're going to spit out content left and right because it's under a more stable and bigger company, which I still have yet to see. I mean, they have put some updates out there, but that's what they were doing before. So.
Well, you don't want to do too fast.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Or be like Destiny and just not do it at all.
Yes, we don't need to get into that. No.
We don't rip on Destiny anymore.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else we want to talk about with Minecraft Story Mode? Are you guys excited for it?
I'm not per se excited. I'm more intrigued as to what it's going to be.
Yes, that's where I am too.
I'm in the middle. Nah, whatever.
Let's see how it goes. Yeah. I can't wait to see stuff that comes out of it, though, and we'll definitely cover it if it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's move on. Chico, you're saying that little rich kids with technology are mean to you?
No, not necessarily. Okay. So, with the emergence of, you know, pro gaming becoming more and more of a bigger thing that people do, I want to get into the topic of gaming peripherals and how they affect actual gameplay, because, you know, everybody has, you know, their standard mouse, keyboard, or controller, right? So a couple of things, like so with keyboards you have, you know, your standard keyboard that comes with a computer. It's pretty crappy, everybody uses it, but if you're not a gamer, you won't buy, per se, a mechanical keyboard, which has faster trigger times, you know, it's more durable, stuff like that. Same thing with mice. You get the mouse that comes with a computer, slow laser, it's not as accurate, where you can go out and buy a gaming mouse that has a faster laser, better clicking. Also, they have mice now. I know Razer makes one that's got, like, 12 buttons on the side. Like, you can just use your thumb. You just move your thumb on the mouse and you've got all the buttons there. Another thing gaming glasses are a thing now. I don't know if you've ever seen those. Gunner's a big company. Yeah, Gunner is a big company of that. They're tinted to be not as harsh on your eyes, and basically make it easier to play for longer durations. And then a big thing that I know, like a couple of YouTubers that I watch have modded controllers for their Xbox, where your A, B, and then the X and Y buttons are on the back. So you're holding the controller and you move your 4 fingers here, and that's pressing the buttons instead of actually moving your thumb and shifting your hand around on the controller. So does that give them an unfair advantage, or is it just personal preference? You know?
Are you saying for professional play or casual play?
I mean, in general, because...
Oh, in general?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has access to it. It's not like it's pro, exclusive.
Well, I think in the pro circuit, I mean, say you have... I mean, pro circuit usually what? There's a lot of teams in that, correct?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's either housed under one big, like, I don't know. I don't know the terminology. I'm just going to call him team ruler.
The captain.
So, team captain.
like an organization.
Team ruler.
So you're talking about like an organization, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very common, correct?
And they have a brand and all that.
Yep. They usually have sponsors. Like, I know a couple of teams are sponsored by Razer. Another team is sponsored by Steel Series, Alienware, all that stuff.
So in the professional circuit, theoretically, their team-owning sponsor can get them the hookup.
Right.
They can just be like, oh, this guy's got headphones that you could hear everything. You guys need them too. Because I want to make sure our team wins, gets good added money for Razer. Because it'd be like, yo, these guys won with Razer technology. Go Razer, cutting edge. I don't know if that's their slogan or not, but it should be. Casual play, it gets a little more... the video you linked, Chico, I thought was a very good argument on it. It's in the description. It's by that BM... Whatever it?
No, BMAs. Or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
He said, though you could have the most advanced technology in the world, but if you still aren't that good of a player, then you're not going to utilize it to its fullest.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if you're bad, you're bad.
Yeah.
What you got, you're bad.
Yeah.
Like, if you give me a professional gaming mouse with all the buttons right there, and I have, like, my glasses have lasers in them, and my mind can say, like I have, like, a helmet on that says, like, oh, you could, like, laser guide a missile to here in, like, a game that doesn't have laser missiles. I still suck at video games. I'm still going to do pretty bad. The lasers are all going to miss.
I have an interesting point when it comes to this, is that as far as the pro scene goes, with the different the different products you'd use, I mean, some are better. I mean you could say that Alienware is better than SteelSeries. That's just the preference of the player and their sponsor for their team. Whereas you can link that back to actual sports. Okay, so say as guys wearing Nike shoes or Adidas shoes. Some of them might have better support, make you grip better, make you jump higher, but it all comes down to the true skill of the player. And yes, it might make it better, but it's all a part of it. It's the sponsorship, it's how you make your money, but it comes down to, I mean, yes, if everyone was using the same things, it'd feel more comfortable, like, yeah, everyone's on the same playing field, but is it really... that's what makes that's how they make their bread and butter, is because of what they're using in the pro scene, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. Let's put it to basketball terms again. Say me and Tyler are going to face off 1v1 in basketball. Okay. Tyler is a professional sports guy. Well, not a professional sports guy, but he's pretty awesome at sports, especially basketball. He is a tall 6'5" gentleman, and he can jump, he can dunk, and he could probably pass the rock harder than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson passing a kidney stone. Now me, I'm 6'5", but I'm a nerd, and I'm out of shape, and I'm an animator. So, sports were not part of my forte. if you give me Nike shoes and Tyler does it with like, I don't know, UGG boots, he's still probably gonna kick my ass.
Well, here, we should test this. We should test this.
My God, that would be a good
MourningStarStudios
life.
Yeah. Well, let's put it more to extreme. Yeah. But let's put it to a more extreme in that storyline, because Tyler's not just talking about just basic here. He's talking about mods too. Like he said for the controller, where you just have to twiddle your fingers in the back of the controller.
So say bionic legs.
No, you would
$6 billion man me up.
Like, here's an example. You would, if we were playing full court, okay, just say your hoop is at 8 feet and mine's at 10 feet. Okay, that would be like saying if I was playing you in video games and you were handed a pro modded controller. It's still, I feel like it like Derek said, it comes down to Derek's point. It doesn't matter what you're, in my opinion, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does help you, but it's still, you're bad. If you're bad, you're bad. That's what it comes down to.
If you can't make an 8-foot shot, a 10-foot shot, who says he's going to make an 8-foot shot?
Exactly. You're bad, you're bad.
Hey.
Yeah.
He was a general term, not you.
All right. Well, I know he meant me.
You were at the point of reason.
We do need to film this basketball game, because I think it would be pretty epic.
Alright, we'll do it.
Just gotta get yourself some Uggs, Tyler.
I think my mom has a pair. I'll just somehow wear hers, even though I wear like size 13 shoe. But
that's part of the challenge. That's part of the mod. Only you have like a hard mode mod.
Finding an Ugg. I think the mod is finding an Ugg that big.
Yeah.
They do make men's Uggs.
Oh, wonderful.
That I didn't need to know that.
Well, now you know.
Help with my gold bond commercial.
You got anything else with that?
I don't know. I feel like you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head.
I think we've refuted your argument, Chico.
I mean, I just kind of left it.
Just get better at games, Chico.
I left it open to discussion. I did not argue one side, John.
Get better, Chico.
No, but I understand what you guys are saying. Like, it makes sense that the pros have it because obviously they're better than me and us.
Yes.
But I mean, if you suck, you're gonna suck. But I keep my hope that my mechanical keyboard right here will make me better someday. So.
I mean, it does make your life easier. Yes, it does.
It's also very loud. Like,
stop it!
Yo, but Chico, you gotta play with like a standard keyboard to improve your skills, and then you can enhance it with that. Because if you start off with easy mode, you're not gonna improve.
I played for 18 years on a regular keyboard. Well, 19 technically. So.
Wow, you've been playing computer games since you were 1.
Yeah, actually, I was.
That's pretty mind blowing.
Yeah.
I think you could like see the screen from a chair.
Oh no, I could see
game it. Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Call of Booty.
Yep.
Call of Duty. So I think we're done with that. If anyone else had anything about that topic?
No.
Go on.
Nope.
Going twice? No. It's sold. So the third thing, Tyler.
Yes.
The Legend of Zelda, something new. Break the mind-blowing news on us.
It's a simple little thing that I found on a little website called. All right, John, just get real close to the. Yep, there. That looks great. Yeah. Last podcast we talked about. They showed the gameplay trailer for. Stop it, John. Stop it. Just stop it.
Everyone's uncomfortable.
Yes. Last podcast we showed the gameplay trailer. We had that in the description, and we watched that because they released the gameplay trailer for the new Zelda game for the Wii U. And they showed some really open world shots. They had Epona back in the game. There's an sorry. In the article, Miyamoto basically said the whole goal of this new Zelda game is they're trying to stray away from this rut they've been in, which is kind of like the same Zelda pattern of the past couple games, which is like, okay, go into 8 dungeons, or like just go into a certain amount of dungeons and then beat the boss the same way, using the same item he got in the same place. You know, that's kind of what it's becoming. So they decided to break from their roots. I keep hearing knocks at my door. I don't know what.
Dramatic pause.
But they keep hearing. I mean, never mind. My words are not coming out right.
All right. Next topic.
No, they want to break free from that. So he wants to try and create it more of just back to the original Zelda, which is like you're put in a place and you make your own path. Because in the original Zelda, you could beat the sixth dungeon before you beat the first dungeon. I mean, you could just do it if you had the skill. You could do it. What they're doing, the big announcement after the gameplay trailer was the choices you make in the game affect the world around you. Now, that's pretty hefty for a Zelda, like to say. I mean, that means you got to live up to that, because with the rogue stuff going on and like different. I mean, that's kind of a big thing going on, is roguelike games, and have the things you do affect everything else, or just you can have a whole different set of circumstances. There really wasn't much else they talked about in the article. It just was that's what it was. It's like, okay, we're going to tell you that's all he has to say. I mean, I just thought it was kind of a cool thing. I'm just kind of running on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really a roguelike means that it lives each time, but I understand what you mean.
I used it in the wrong sense.
No, it's good. Well, the only thing that worries me is if it goes the route of, say, like Beyond Two Souls, where all changes are purely cosmetic or really don't deviate that far from the main storyline.
Yep.
Like, in that case, I think it would be kind of disappointing if they decided to do that. But if they can get it done, this would be a really, really good place for the Zelda franchise, because, I mean, well, doing the standard Zelda format of like, oh, you gotta go here, but you need the key. Well, I should talk to that guy. He gives me the key, now I can go over there and do a dungeon. It would be really nice to see like this open world environment, and especially if it's kind of like a living, breathing environment. Like how I feel about Red Dead Redemption, where, I mean, it's not that much in the way of changing things, but like, you could have like a good evil meter, and how far you are on either side depends how interactions go. But you could have like this breathing world like Red Dead Redemption, and have a lot of depth to the world, especially if you can get these changes in.
Yep.
I mean, one of my favorite game series is Mass Effect, and they have the whole, you know, decisions you do in the first game is affecting everything in the second game and in the third game. They're not, a lot of the times it's not like this big, huge thing that affects the story, but they're just small things that you notice throughout the game. Like, I'm doing things in the first one, and now that person that I saved, whose life I saved in the first one, is coming up in the third one and saving my life. It's not a big thing, but to me, who loves the story, it's really big in my head, because I just love that.
I don't know about you guys, but life-saving seems like a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like a big thing like that, but like if you hadn't saved the character like this, that scene won't even happen.
Right.
That kind.
Yeah. It's just busting them on you, but
no, I know what you mean. I realized that as soon as I said it, but
it's
oh my God! In the open world thing, we can marry Princess Ruto.
Yeah. But what about Zelda?
Yeah. I have to.
No. Splish splash, yo.
Splish splash.
I have to branch off Derek's thing. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Mass Effect series too, and I mean, I also like Dragon Age and all. I mean, I've been playing the new one lately, and I really like that too. And it's an excellent story building tool. It for an RPG, anyways. I mean, because in RPG you're supposed to create your own character, and you create your own story, and you go through the story that they created. Where if the choices you make really actually matter towards what your outcome is, that's what makes it more enjoyable for a player, at least from my point of view. And I would agree with Derek. I guess I would say Derek as well.
I agree completely.
Mm-hmm.
I love the stories.
So, if they can do it if they could do it well like Mass Effect did, and like the way BioWare does their stuff, they can storytell and do it that way, then I feel like it's going to be a very, very good Zelda game.
Indeed.
So, anything else on Legend of Zelda?
No, that's about it.
Alright, so we'll look to see any other details that come out of that. Next up, Derek. IGN did something. What'd they do?
Yeah, they did. They had a poll for the Ultimate RPG Party where they had all their readers, sorry, not viewers. They branched out like a list of like 100 different characters in different RPGs, and they had you pick your top team for who you'd want and like a team that you're commanding. And you know, after that, after you picked your eight or so people, then you ranked them based 1 to 8. And they finally took everyone's answers and they compiled them into the Ultimate RPG Party, and I was pretty happy with the results from that.
Yeah.
Like I said,
got it up right now.
5 seconds ago, I loved Mass Effect, and they pretty much a third of the list is Mass Effect characters or BioWare characters in general.
Yeah, a lot of Final Fantasy characters in here as well.
Of course, yep.
Them too.
I was happy Cloud was in there.
Wait, they already had results out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, for those, so you don't necessarily have to go into the description, I'll tell you who the top 8 are. So, number 1 was Garrus from Mass Effect.
My boy. 2 is
Shepard from Mass Effect.
Yep.
Number 3 is Cloud from Final Fantasy. Oh God, Roman numerals.
7.
Come on, John, you should know that.
Morgan from Dragon Age Origins. 5 is Ravan from Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. I know Derek likes that one.
Revan.
I do.
Revan.
Ray-Bans.
Revan.
I'm going to get yelled at in the chat if I'm mispronouncing all these names. 6 is Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. 7th is Auron from Final Fantasy X. And 8 is Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. Yeah!
It's a very, very good party, yes.
Well, I had one friend point out to me that there is only one healer. And I argue that both Morgan can actually heal and Revan can heal also if you spec them to.
Yeah, they're kind of cross characters. They have a little bit of both, and they can do yeah.
I like the idea of 3 heroes in there, and they're all about like, no, I'm the hero. No, I'm the hero. No, yeah. I'm the hero.
When I was picking my party, I just picked one of each class. Like I didn't pick 3 heroes or 5 healers or something like that. I picked one of each class to have a balanced team, but I guess I did it wrong.
I did it wrong. So, I mean, what do you think about the list? Do you think is there any like some skewing that could happen, so this isn't like the perfect list?
I wouldn't say it's a perfect list, but it is a very good list nonetheless. I mean, from at least my taste of games and characters.
Well, I mean, I can see here there's a lot of heroes on the list. So one thing that could happen is that because since they're the face of the game and they're the person that they play as, people will be more inclined to pick them over the assistant party members.
I didn't pick any of them, actually. I didn't pick any heroes on my party.
Oh.
Because I'm the hero. I'm the leader of this group.
Derek's in charge.
I'm in charge of these dudes.
This is Derek's house. Let's see. Is there anyone in there that you think like shouldn't be in here at all? Be it both in the party or in the reserves?
Let me see.
Red from Pokemon, like, yes, good character. I don't really know if he belongs in an RPG party.
But he's got Pokemans.
Yeah, the Pokemon are the party, not Red. Red has no powers at all.
But what
it depends on how you look at him. Do you count him as if Pokemon are considered a party member? Because if so, he could be like someone who summons support, just with a ball thrown on the ground. If you think about it that way.
I suppose that way.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like cheating.
He's a. I mean, it's an interesting pick to really throw in there. I think he was thrown in there for more popularity.
Yeah.
I mean, people probably. People probably picked him because like, oh well, that's funny. They threw Red in here, so why not?
I feel like you can compare him to Pokemon Trainer in Smash.
I was thinking that actually.
You play like you choose Pokemon Trainer, but you play as the Pokemon. All the guy does in the background is switches the Pokemon. So
which it's kind of like which is like kind of like just a morphing creature that has 3 different skills that are completely different from one another.
Right.
And which could be very, very useful in a lot of situations. So if you're thinking of it in that sense, then I would put Red. That's a fitting place to put Red.
So Red was also pretty bad in Twitch Plays Pokemon. Like, he was just everywhere. Like, very inconsistent. Not really following the basic rules of anything. Like, I don't know if I would want him in my party. He seems kind of like a maverick.
I don't want to talk about it.
Helix Stone.
What are you talking about?
So, yeah.
Did you guys see the goldfish one?
The what?
Goldfish?
There was a goldfish playing Pokemon at one point.
Yeah, that was kind of
Everyone's playing
obnoxious.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Hey, whatever. It's
How good
a
did the
game.
goldfish do?
I don't know. I saw it.
It
was like, oh, this is exact copy, and
It actually just died. It died in the process of playing.
It floats up, and once it like is on its belly, the game just like shuts down.
No, it just says
Like,
game over.
Game over.
Like he blind it.
So, yeah.
One last thing I would probably want to ask about this is there any people on this list that you think should have been here, or that you would want to be here?
In my list, I had a couple of characters from the Stick of Truth, the South Park RPG, which they were pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. So that's what I'd like to see, even in the reserves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was fairly happy with it. Like I said, Aspect dominated, so I was happy. Not that I'm biased.
Are in this list, so why should I complain?
Yeah, exactly.
I think Ghost Zelda from Spirit Track should be in here.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Derek's giving me a look like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, Navi should have been number 1. That's it.
Hey, maybe we should take a pic.
Hands down. She's just the ultimate motivator.
Yeah. Hey,
Nope.
It's all about morale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we should take a break. Like, yeah, Navi, I am getting pretty weary. Let's go into town and find an inn. Alright, so that was the IGN Ultimate RPG Party. You can take a look at it in the description. Also, I mean, they have their final vote for what they have there, but you can still form your own party and see how it ranks up, I guess, or I don't know.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
As of this.
So, Tyler, you want to talk about music? What?
Hey. Okay. It was really just the question to ask amongst the group of us. When you're playing a game that doesn't, like, when you've played enough of it and you don't need to listen to the music of the game, a lot of gamers, to be soothing and relaxed when playing it, they listen to music, right? I mean, like, you just kind of listen to some music, or you listen to the in-game music, but depending on the game. So, like, say if you're playing a game like Minecraft and you're by yourself, and you don't want to listen to the Minecraft music, you rather just listen to your own music, I just want to know what's your preferences on what gets you kind of like at a level head and just mellow and playing a video game. Just a fun little thing.
Turn down for what? 10-hour version?
Okay, you can leave now, John.
Yes, John. John, this is a very serious podcast. I think you should leave.
All right.
Just a disembodied voice now.
We'll just look at your painting in the background.
Hey, that is a lowish painting, and because I mentioned that, I'm going to link it in the description.
I don't know. It depends on what game I'm playing. Like, earlier, I was playing Binding of Isaac Rebirth. And that music is so repetitive. So repetitive. So I put in my headphones, go to Pandora, and listen to basically alternative metal. That's what I listen to for that, because it's kind of like it's a fighting. I can kill things. Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But more for Minecraft, I go for, just in general, I listen to rock. So for Minecraft, I go for like a more mellow, like I go for Weezer or stuff like that. More grungy alternative stuff. But that's
I literally just music library.
Just play that and just.
Yeah, whatever is in my library, just. Okay, here we go.
Like, well, like, do you have a?
The funny thing is, for me, most of the time, I'll just play in silence. Not because, just usually because there's not really a particular type of music I play. The only time there's a game where there's a specific soundtrack I play during it is Red Dead Redemption, and I'll play stuff like Horse with No Name by America, Spanish Caravan by The Doors, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly theme, stuff that feels like a Western road trip.
So that's interesting. It's like you like for that game you like to play things that relate to the game a little bit. Like for me, preferentially, like if I'm like it's really what genre, what keeps you, like for say Minecraft, and say you want to build something really cool, and you don't want to get distracted. You want to really build it. I mean, that's really what it is. It's like what keeps you going and able to just keep playing and doing it for a long period of time without, and it just keeps you focused. Yo,
if you're building a fireplace, God bless J. Cole's new album. Ooh. 'Cause it's fire.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree.
Oh my God, you people.
But like for me though, like if I'm playing Minecraft, I mean, I'm kind of on the same page as Tyler with, like, I think Weezer is probably my favorite band to listen to. Favorite band to listen to because I don't know. It keeps me. It's mellow enough, but yet awesome enough to just keep me focused. Where I used to listen to dubstep or like anything electronic, that kind of keeps my brain waves kind of like constantly thinking and going and not getting distracted. That's really all I meant with the question.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I found I actually do have music nowadays now for Minecraft, and that's obviously breakcore.
Oh God.
Just listen to breakcore.
No.
That was awful.
Can you do the challenge? Can you listen to breakcore for 30 minutes?
We'll make a video on it.
Check it in the description. I'll link everything.
Yeah, we'll show the reaction to listening to breakcore.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I actually did make it to 30. I did make it to 30. Tyler, did you make it all the way through?
20 minutes, and I was like, I can't do it. I almost like
stopped 2 minutes in.
Worst.
Yeah. So. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, all gamers have their certain type of music. I'm assuming most like pro gamers pick like dubstep or something like, oh, kill cam.
Yeah, kind of like what you'd have over a montage. Like they play it so like they feel cool when everything they do. Like if they're playing COD, it's like, dude, I do this 360 no scope and miss off the wall. At least it sounds cool.
I only got a 45 in my 360 no scope.
Well, hold on, let me just go call my mommy.
I like that. Ma'am, I'm out of Doritos.
Give me some.
But so that's it on that topic. Next up, we're done with gaming. Well, we might bring up gaming later, but I don't know. But next we're gonna have the trailer for Inside Out, which is the next Disney Pixar movie. It's gonna sweep the nation and be the next big thing. Was put out there.
I'd believe it.
So, what do you guys think about it? Especially like the concept and the trailer, and you guys excited?
Very, very original.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all I got.
I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It brings me back to the days of I don't know if you've ever watched it, but Osmosis Jones.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what it brings me back to.
Exactly.
That's what I saw when I first saw
health,
it.
not
right.
immune health.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely an interesting concept. I mean, something that's never been done before, but just from the trailer, it looks really cool.
I like the characters seem like they were going to be very memorable. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what Pixar. That's what makes a good movie by Pixar as Disney Pixar is that you will like the kids or anybody. It's like you'll be able to quote the movie even only after seeing it like once or twice, or like you'll be able to quote a character and you remember his face and like it's like oh, that guy's hilarious, and like for example Up. I mean everyone like can quote hilarious things even if you've seen it once or twice. It's just that's how good they are at making.
Yeah, like oh, my wife died.
Never seen Up.
You haven't
Never
seen
Up?
Never.
It's alright, Chico. That isn't a spoiler because that happens in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I've seen the beginning. I know that his wife dies and then things happen, but I've never seen the actual full movie.
It's
never was interested.
It's a good movie. I mean, I like older Pixar, but
I thought it was very well, the beginning was very heart-wrenching for me, but the rest of the film was an enjoyable experience.
It's good.
I liked it.
It's a good hard film.
I enjoyed it. I thought that was good.
One issue, this was brought up when looking at the comment section for it, that some felt that the parent characters are just kind of generic, like male-female stereotypes.
I think that's actually
that's how politically correct. I don't necessarily agree with them, but that's what they feel because they're like, oh, the man, he doesn't pay attention, he's like sports.
Well, you know what? When you're trying to play with emotions, when that's the whole point of it, they had to have something to base off of.
Yeah.
They had to have a framework. They couldn't. I mean, it's hard. It targets to everybody because it's just an overall kind of idea of a normal family, and it makes it still kind of funny because it's a stereotype in a way. So it's like, that is, some people are like that, and that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's all men, but
yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because if you write too complex of a character, then you have to balance a lot of stuff, and that's going to be a little too much for a children's film. Because remember, this all boils down to it's going to be kids. I mean, not to insult their intelligence at all, but I mean, you're already dealing with like emotions within the inner machinations of their mind being an enigma.
Yeah. Actually, Star Wars. That SpongeBob, not Star Wars.
Star Wars reference. How many days, Chico?
What? I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking of sports.
How many days till Star Wars, Chico? Quick.
360 days.
Thank you. Got that out of the way now. So.
Yay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have any issue with the character. I know some people are just like, oh, everything needs to be gender neutral. No, there can be no feeling of gender.
All right, Anita, you can just calm down.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just kind of. I mean, there's obviously like some traits that separate us. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean everyone. But I mean, I think it's for the most part. I mean,
yeah. No, I understand completely, but I mean, overall, my emotions toward it are controlled by those little guys in my head. But I'm just really excited for it. Overall, I think it's going to be a good movie, and I'm excited for it. So.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I hope they release more trailers.
I do too, because that was really funny. I really enjoyed that trailer.
Yeah, I hope they don't spoil too much, obviously, but another trailer would be nice.
Yeah.
Same with Charlie Brown, because Charlie Brown's been doing a good job of releasing trailers without spoiling anything about the plot. Like, have you guys seen the Charlie Brown trailer?
Yes.
No.
Oh, you guys got were you guys ever, like, Peanuts fans or anything?
No.
Yeah. You guys hate Peanuts? I know there's a couple people that don't like Peanuts.
No, I don't hate them. I just never watched it.
But, I mean, I thought they really captured the style of the comic book and put it in the 3D well. They did everything, like, orthographic, like the comic is. Like, just straight-on angles, but they make it look nice, and it's good. I'm hoping, because they got the Schultz kids involved, so I think they're going to treat the work well. I just hope, like, they don't, like, there isn't, like, anything, like, any swags or YOLOs. Right. I hate when that happens to my films, when they get too much swag in them. Woodstock's got a gold chain.
Oh dear.
Snoopy's auto-tuned, and
Oh boy.
little redhead girl is twerking.
Oh gosh. Charlie's.
This is my natural twerking hair.
Charlie's got a grill.
What?
Yeah.
Oh god. It's gonna be a fan animation now.
You should make it.
Fanimation.
I don't have time.
Yeah, Fanimation, yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else about Inside Out?
I'm excited.
Good stuff.
You too.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Alright. So, we're gonna go to our mailbag. Dun, 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 dun.
It's mail time.
Alpha mail. Mail.
Wait a minute.
This comes from David from New York, and he asks how we think the Hobbit movies compare to the Lord of the Rings movies. Your thoughts?
I haven't seen the third one yet. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I haven't seen any of the Hobbits. I only saw Lord of the Rings 1.
What the? What?
Oh,
How are you alive?
Get out! Get out!
I mean, I haven't seen any of the
I'll sit
Hobbits.
back and-
I've seen all Lord of the Rings. So.
I've seen all the Lord of the Rings, the first two Hobbits. Was supposed to see the third one, but then my car didn't feel like going.
His car
Didn't
ran
feel
away.
like going.
His car ran
Alright,
away.
gonna go see a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen.
I guess I'll follow a podcast then.
I've seen all of them except for the most recent Hobbit. I'm pretty. Isn't it directed by the same guy?
I think so.
Yeah.
From a cinema standpoint, they're all very well made and keep true to the stories. I like them both as a series on their own. I think they did a good job with them.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be able to pick between the two of them. Like, I mean, you can't have one without the other, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're two parts of the same story.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, they have such an amazing story to really just create a lot of movies off of, and it's hard to really mess it up with how much they have to use.
Yeah.
Especially when they have like this signature style approach that they've used to all like Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits, and that's just their style of cinema.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it is Peter Jackson who directed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Basically everything Lord of the Rings did.
I mean, it's almost like the Star Wars series. You know, they had 4, 5, and 6, which you could compare to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then they made 1, 2, and 3, which were obviously the lesser of the 6 movies, but
yes,
but still good in their own regards.
Yes.
And you can compare those to the Hobbit movies. It's the same thing pretty much. I don't know.
Just a different story.
Different story.
If I were to make a choice, I mean, I haven't seen the Hobbits, but I've seen enough of like some clips and here and there and how it feels. Like, you know how you can just by looking at a couple clips if you'd like it or not. I felt compared to what I've seen, the older the Lord of the Rings trilogy was more. I felt more. I was more into it. Like the cinematics and I know it's the same person, but I think stylistically it was a little different on some things, and I feel like I don't know. I can't really say too much because I haven't seen enough of The Hobbit, so I really don't have much of an opinion. But I probably would pick Lord of the Rings over it. But
personally, I prefer Lord of the Rings over The Hobbit. That's just me. I mean, they're both good in their own regards, but I prefer Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty split, to be honest.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I should definitely watch them though.
They're definitely good movies.
Yeah, I should probably think about going to watch them. So.
Yeah, I liked the first Lord of the Rings when I watched it. Me and my dad were gonna watch the second one, but then like busy times happened. So.
Well, you gotta set some time aside for a Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah, I gotta like cancel my
long.
plans for one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. No, they're not, but they are fairly long movies.
Fun fact.
And all that walking.
Yeah, fun fact, I think it was, not the first Lord of the Rings. No, it was the first one. On the DVD version of the director's cut, there's 2 discs. So, like, halfway through the movie, you have to change discs. It's ridiculous. But that's what we have Blu-rays now for. So.
Yep.
I think actually all 3 of them were.
Oh, really?
Really?
All 3 of them were 2 discs if you had the director's edition.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
you learn
cool.
something every day, man.
I mean, I can have a fun fact here. The second Lord of the Rings movie is, I do like a trivia night at where I work, and I threw a question in there about Lord of the Rings. It was Lord of the Rings, the second one, had the most nominations that it won. So it was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, and it won all 11 that it was nominated for.
Oh, wow.
So out of any movie, that's the most acclaimed, like, that one had the most awards. So I thought that's just a cool fun fact for Lord of the Rings. I don't know what John's doing. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't have any input, so I decided to do math. But not even like complex math. I'm just going like 1 + 1 = 2.
Oh my god.
21.
But I'm back.
Hooray.
Blowing my... I thought that was a calculator. I was like, is he playing with a calculator?
I'm just doing some math while you guys talk about entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome to the worst podcast on the internet.
That's our tagline.
Where half our people don't even care.
Welcome to the Central Nerdous System. We're the worst podcast on the internet. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, thanks. All right, we're done.
Hope
Here's
you
math.
enjoy.
Did you know that if you add 2 + 2, you can get 4?
Wow.
No, 2 + 2 is fish, dude.
Oh,
Shut
yeah.
up. I don't believe in your communist bullshit.
And 3 + 3 is 8.
Oh my god,
Watch
really?
it, sir. I'm gonna have to call the math police on you.
Do it.
But yeah, I think so. Is that all we have for
What's next?
Yeah, what's next?
That's it for the Hobbit, and I think that's about it, unless Tyler wants to mention Evolve.
I mean, I guess I will.
Alright.
Oh, look at that. We're out of time. Sorry. Next time on the Central Nerdous System.
Go ahead.
But no, here, I just, all of you know Evolve and seen everything on it, right? Correct?
Nope.
I mean,
I heard of the game and know stuff.
Okay. Again, so you haven't seen much on it, Derek?
I have no idea what it is.
Okay, Evolve is a game where it's a 4v1 multiplayer game. So what it is 4 people. You could choose different classes, and one guy is a monster. And basically you have a huge map at your disposal, natural environments with wildlife that you have to kill if you're in the hunters, right? And the one player playing the monster's job is to feed off the animals and try and kill the hunters. But the more it feeds off the animals, it evolves and becomes stronger. And it's a 20-minute time limit to try and... So it's either or. So the one person's really strong, the monster, is trying to kill all 4 hunters, and the 4 hunters are trying to kill monster. And it's cool with the abilities of the hunters is that, like, one guy, he's a trapper. So what he does is he releases a huge force field that traps the boss, or say the monster, and it creates a boss battle that you have to try and fight the monster. And it's really cool that fact that you're facing another player versus just an AI
That is nice.
creature. And they were going to release this game in October, for all systems, and they pushed it back towards February because they really just wanted to work on it. I was really like pumped to play this game. I'm like, damn it, they pushed back to February. But now the people were worried about was that because it's strictly multiplayer, was there going to be enough to keep it going? You know, like, is it going to be a full game that's like really fulfilling? I mean, the concept's really, really cool and very original. Yeah. And I'm just really stoked to play it. But apparently they released that they're kind of releasing more information in the past couple of months that they've given themselves to work on it. They've added a lot more stuff. Like, I think they now have up to 12 different, because there's 12 maps now. There's 12 different monsters that you can play as that you might get now. There's a lot more classes. I think they're trying to just give more to create it and make it a professional game for professional gaming, to make it really competitive, because if you give more options of team building, so if you have a lot of different classes and a team thinks that you should have this class, where another team thinks you should have this and this class, it creates it. The one thing I'm kind of worried about is for competitive, if it gets really good and becomes competitive play, is the fact that it's 4v1. How that would work.
What you could do is say you have a team of we'll just go with the League of Legends big corporation thing. Say a corporation puts together a team of 5 people. So they have four people that are hunters and one guy who's a monster. And they face, we'll say the first team sponsored by Mountain Dew. And they face the Doritos team, which is also 4 people and monster. So they do is they pair them off, like the one from Dorito team will face the 4 from Mountain Dew team, and then the one from Mountain Dew team will face the 4 from Dorito team.
And you do like a best out of 5, so like you swap roles.
Yeah.
So that'd be, I guess
it can work. You gotta do some finagling.
Be very time consuming.
Yeah.
But I did bring
these are professionals.
I did bring up Evolve in the last podcast. It was just a fun, quirky thing that they did add. There's more information out now that there is going to be more of a fulfilling game. Derek just found out about it, and Derek, you said that you liked the idea. And
I pre-ordered.
But
no. Oh yeah, it's already pre-ordered. No.
I have it right here. This copy.
Well, it's multiplayer only.
That's the one thing. I don't know.
No worries.
Again, they can't really create. I mean, they could create a really good story off it, but maybe there's a single player to try and defeat monster, and you go through fleets of it, maybe, and maybe they get harder, and you have to try and beat the hardest monster. That would be probably all they did. I don't think they have a story.
Rock for Wii U.
I don't think they have much of a story with it. I don't know yet. They haven't released much. So that's the one thing I am worried about that too. But I mean if it's a
how many multiplayer only games can you think of that last really?
Well, that's the thing, is that Titanfall was multiplayer only, and that lasted what? Not very long.
Yeah, the other thing I got worried about with Evolve is because they pushed it back. A lot of times games that get their release date pushed back can sometimes like lose that hype. I'll give you a lesser example, Death Road to Canada, which is a game I've been looking forward to for a couple of years now. I'm still waiting for them to release it, but they keep saying like, okay, we're still making it better. Like, we're gonna put stuff in the rooms now. We're gonna make it support more zombies.
This actually that brings up a good point though, John. Is pushing a game back really make the game lose its hype?
It could. Like Death Road to Canada is now sometimes felt as like an afterthought. But that also comes from maybe the company itself not advertising enough. Because Death Road to Canada was kickstarted. So it had Kickstarter campaigns, put out some good trailers, and people were like, yeah, I want that. And that was during the zombie craze. Now, it's been a year. Zombies still have some popularity, but I would say they're on the decline. The fad's kind of tapering out.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, there's still no set release date. They just said that we're going to update you next update, and the next update will be like, oh yeah, we did some stuff, but we'll update more soon. So that's where you run to the issue. I mean, it's Kickstarter, that's fine, but how much are you going to make out of it?
I feel like with a game like Evolve, which won E3 and was really hyped up. I mean, people are like, "Oh, this is going to be a really good game," because it had a really good trailer and a lot of content that they had out at E3 and during the summer season where they released a lot of stuff. And I feel like the hype is kind of a little more than it was, because it's like anticipation. I feel like sometimes maybe when they push a game back, it's more anticipation, depending on the game, obviously.
True. Look at South Park Stick of Truth. That got pushed back, and it's considered one of the best games of the year. And it still had the hype. It sold well.
Yes.
Is that like people said, "Oh no, South Park? I completely forgot about that."
You weren't saying the biggest one here. Duke Nukem? Come on, push back what? 20?
That game sucked.
Yeah, that's a different story. Oh God.
Well, that one was development hell.
Yes.
I would feel. This isn't like pushing it back to add more features. Like Death Row to Canada isn't. I wouldn't call it development hell, because they're still working on it. It's just that it's taken forever to do it. Duke Nukem, they've like built it from the ground up like several times.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just think about it. All the effort, all the money, all the years for basically like dick jokes.
I bought it for $2.
Was it well spent $2?
I mean, I got like a few hours of gameplay out of it, so yeah, I guess.
All right, that's good. Way to be a nonconformist. I actually like Duke Nukem. It was a great game. Game of the year. Yeah. I'm putting it in my top 10 right now.
Oh God.
Beats Knights of the Old Republic for sure.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I'm playing it right now while we're doing the podcast.
But that's really all I had for Evolve. So.
All right. Any other quick topics before we sign off?
No, I don't got anything.
Nope.
I'm good.
Going once, going twice. All right, so that does it for the Central Nervous System podcast. If you wanted to read more into any of the topics you heard today, everything's down in the description below. If you like what you saw, hit us up with a subscription. And we were going to try and do more of these podcasts. We were on kind of like a hiatus for a while, but we're back with a vengeance, and hopefully we can relay some good gaming news, discussion, and nerd culture right to your doorstep.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
So with that, I think we're done here for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Peace.
See you guys.
Bye. Cut the stream! Cut the stream!
No.